Olá pessoal, sejam bem-vindos a mais um episódio de Stanley Parable. Como é que é? Begin? Não, load. What? Double click. Hoje vamos experimentar não seguir as instruções. Na verdade eu nem sei se ele nos vai dar instruções porque já nos deu uma vez, está a passar um avião, peço desculpa. Muito lento desta vez a fazer loading. Ok, pronto, a gente está de volta ao início. Eu não sei mesmo se ele nos vai dar instruções desta vez. Se calhar vamos ter que descobrir por nós. Continuamos a não poder abrir portas, o que é chato.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ok, então ele vai nos dar instruções da mesma. Mas desta vez vamos explorar um bocadinho aqui o que é que se passa.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Desliguei o PC. Ups. Não dá. Continua, não dá para entrar em sala
Stanley went
nenhuma.
around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Foi não. Está ali uma porta aberta. What? Cena, ele sai só para cima das coisas. Alright, então vamos lá. Estou a tocar mesmo em todas
When
as
Stanley
portas.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Que foi para onde a gente foi da última vez. Por isso, desta vez a gente vai para a direita.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Perhaps. Eu acho que estas portas nenhuma vai abrir.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
A sério? As instruções agora são essas de ficar aqui.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Vamos embora daqui.
But eager to
Não há
get
nada.
back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
É lá ao fundo. Estava a fazer contas qual é que era a esquerda e a direita. Também podemos ir em frente. Não, eu vou em frente. Não mintas, se estiveres a mentir, para, agora.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Realmente não dá para fazer nada, a gente tem liberdade, mas não tem liberdade. Ora, do not jump. Isso é saltar.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Quem é que é
This
ela?
is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Quem? Quem é o que eu quero saber? Vai fechar a porta? Vai. Ok, vamos para uma sala escura.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Ok.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about
Your damn
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Right. Que cena mais esquisita que acabou de acontecer.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job
Está-me a
that
dar
demands
instruções
nothing of
como se
him.
fosse o
And
Stanley
every
mesmo.
button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there,
Oh.
pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Agora tenho que carregar no 1. Vou carregar no 2. Não dá.
But in his mind,
Tem que carregar no
in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Ah, carregar no Y para ver TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
Tiraram-nos a TV.
First, he
isto não se
imagined that
faz.
one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to
Cada vez
fill
que
it
eu
with
digo
many
que quero
possible paths and destinations.
fazer alguma coisa, essa coisa
Down one
desaparece.
path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free.
Então ele
Surely
continua.
there's an answer down some new path, mustn't
Não, é
there
fácil
be?
falar quando ele está a
Perhaps if
falar.
he played just one more time.
Pois, isto é jogo. Dentro do jogo.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be?
Isto é
In
escritório.
reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Então, mas faço ou não faço?
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he
posso ficar aqui
remains
horas e
here,
horas sem
he's
fazer- sem
electing
conseguir
to
fazer
kill
nada.
himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Não tenho. É que
I
não tenho
suppose
muitas
I
hipóteses.
can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I
What? Acho que acabámos de perder. Pois. Da última vez a gente conseguiu chegar a um sítio bonito, com árvores, o exterior. Desta vez, não. Mas, de certa forma, acabámos um ciclo. Voltámos outra vez ao nosso cubículo. Por isso, hoje vamos ficar por aqui. Eu espero que vocês tenham gostado. Este foi um bocado confuso, um bocado esquisito. Isto parece que é um jogo dentro do jogo e o Stanley simplesmente quer começar de novo. Haja piada a isto? Eu não sei. The Stanley Parable. Pessoal, espero que tenham gostado. Até à próxima!